Mr. John Fitch, the inventor of the steamboat.
Does John Fitch have a connection to Otsego County, New York, or Richfield Springs, New York? Well, kind of. John Fitch lived in Pittsfield, New York, which is a town in Otsego County. He only lived there for about 3 months. And as far as a Richfield connection, Mr. John Fitch was a descendant of James Fitch. The Reverend was the first Fitch in America and a founding father of Connecticut. Well, Captain Lemuel Fitch, who is buried in Twilight's Rest Cemetery in Monticello, is also a descendant of Reverend James Fitch. There are quite a few Fitches in Fly Creek and in Richfield that are all descended from the same Reverend James Fitch. John Fitch was born in Connecticut in 1748. He lived with his family on their farm. His father, Joseph, believed in hard work. John Fitch did not enjoy the farm work he had to endure as a child. He went to school whenever he could, whenever his father would permit it. It wasn't too long before Mr. Fitch learned everything his little teacher could teach him. He probably only had about 2 years of education in total. Now, at one point when Mr. Fitch was a child, he heard about this wonderful book that had everything you could possibly want to know in it. All the secrets, all the answers. And he was like, I've got to get this book. And so he begged his strict father for the book. And of course, his father said no. And Mr. John Fitch got to thinking, and he's like, how am I going to get this book? What am I going to do? And he's like, you know what? I hate farming, but if farming's going to get me this book, then I'm willing to do it. And so instead of begging his father for money, he's like, Dad, can I borrow just a little bit of money to buy some potato seed? And I'll plant some potatoes and I'll earn us some extra money. And his father's like, all right, I'm okay with that. You know, you're going to pay me back and I'll probably get interest and maybe potatoes if this doesn't go well. And so his father does lend him the money. He buys the potatoes. He plants the crop. And he does make his money back. He pays back his debt. And he does end up with just shy of what he needs for funds. But he talks somebody else into give him a little bit of money to like buy the book. So now he's got his book. He's got this wonderful book. And this book was an atlas and a geographic book. It had everything about the stars and astronomy. And it also had everything about the world as a whole, the nations, the countries. And the book itself was like 800 and something pages. And he read this book and he learned everything he possibly could from this book. John Fitch was a very intelligent young man, and it wasn't long till he needed to leave home.